Garden chores never end, especially when you get a new timer. I made a mistake in setting it. Alright, clock's right. Start time for station 2. I need to have it at 5:15. Station 2 is not coming on because, every 2 days, that's not right. I interrupted myself from answering the question with other problems I saw on the timer. It wasn't coming on because I had both stations set to come on at the same time, so I had to delay station 2. Every day. Alright, let's check. Station 1. Station 1's coming on at 5 a.m. Station 2 at 5:15. 10 minutes for station 1. 10 minutes for station 2. Once every day for station 1. Every 1 day, every day for station 2. But station 2 is low right now in the gutters. So I'm going to do a manual run. Hit manual, station 2, 10 minutes. Okay, check, see if it's coming on. Another gardening chore. Do you have slugs, snails that get in your buckets if you use RGGS? Well, we do. So to prevent that, initially when we started the RGGS, well, with the full-blown garden, did the test gutter in 2016 and 2017, we did all of these 100 and something buckets out in our original gardens, set it all up. Well, to prevent slugs and snails from getting in the buckets, I used copper tape. It has an adhesive backing. They will not cross the copper. It's so simple to do, and it lasts for a good bit of time, but some of the copper on some of these posts has disintegrated, and so where the copper is no longer on my post, I need to redo it. So basically, copper tape I bought from Amazon. Need to get a little bit more. So I'm just going to cut me 6 strips this long. Peel it back. Wrap it around your legs. And don't forget about the last point of entry, the hose. And there you have it, protected from snails and slugs. If you've watched my channel for very long, you know every now and then I have to step out of my retired school teacher role. So I'm going to do that for a second. As you saw, the only way to prevent slugs, snails, with in-ground plantings like all of my hostas is to put out some sort of bait. We have dogs. We have wildlife critters around here. So I need to use something that is very safe for them. Sluggo is a great one. You saw me sprinkling that out. But it's expensive. Bonide makes bug and slug killer. It's good too. Doesn't harm pets or wildlife and is a little bit cheaper. But I want to talk a second about price increases. You know, in the first video I talked a little bit about inflation and that our government said that the current inflation rate was like 4.7, I think, or 4.8. And I mentioned that the interesting part about that was that they left two categories out of that when they were calculating the inflation rate. And the two categories they left out were fuel and food. That's funny. So it's just all the other stuff, right? All right, well, let's take all the other stuff. Here's an example. 1 year ago, Sluggo, at my local nursery, which is the only place I could get it unless I ordered it on Amazon, and Amazon's always more expensive. 1 year ago, it was $10.99. Last week, $19.99. You know, when I taught school, I taught mostly 6th graders. A couple years at 5th, 1 year at 2nd, but mostly 6th graders. So, we're going to do a little 6th grade math, understanding what percent is. Percent means out of 100. So, if you want to calculate the percent of increase on a product, here is a basic chart of how you do that. So let's follow those steps to calculate the actual inflation of one item, Sluggo. So let's use these 3 simple steps to calculate the percent increase of the Sluggo. So step 1, we need to find the difference. Well, we go with $19.99 minus $10.99 and we get $9. Step 2, divide the difference by the original price. So we're going to divide 9 divided by $10.99 equals. Now, percent always means out of 100. Right now we have a decimal 8189. So we can move the decimal 2 places to the right in our mind, or we can just multiply it times 100, 81.89. Now if we want to round that up, I would say 81.9, or we could say 82% increase. 82% inflation on this little item, not 4.7 or 4.8. And if you've noticed, if you garden, everything's gotten more expensive. If you buy pre-made potting mix, it's way more expensive. If you make it like we do, peat, mushroom compost, perlite, wow on the perlite, everything's gone way up. We rarely have planes fly around, but anyway, everything's gone way up, right? And fertilizer, Folks, if you've been watching anything about the news, you know about the fertilizer shortage that there is all over the world. So my recommendation, if you garden, is get it now. The price is not going to go down anytime soon. Stock it up, store it in a cool, dry place so it will last you for next year or next season or 2 years. Anywho, we'll go back to some gardening chores and some harvest today. Another garden chore we have to check on once a year are the fasteners, the zip ties that hold our cow panel to our posts, our trellises that we built. So they usually last about 2 years. Whoever packed this thing didn't think through it. The points should go down. Good grief. I think I'm gonna find a different container than the way they packed it. Peppers are rebounding. Zipper greens. Pepper. Look a lot better than they did when the squirrels shoot them. Muncher cucumbers starting to come up. And we'll have cucumbers very soon.